red light, central booking covered. Something like his cousin, that's the way of life. Nothing's ever promised, but I got a beautiful smile. Honestly, I forgot how. Since I put my boy in, sometimes I see him in the cloud. I've been away for a while. I'm in the band in town. Debating about who is the greatest, what you debating about. I swear that it's always something. Get to it, I always want something. I swear that it's all assumption. And out there, always want something.
From episode 33, it's Watch Me Work 601. Gets rid of the defender with a filthy ankle breaker, then gets rid of the...
Cleveland, Ohio is the... It's the 2K Sports pregame show. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And the starting group for the Spurs, they've got Magic Johnson. Michael Jordan is out there with Duncan. Then there's Havlicek, and it's Cowens in at the center, walking down the middle. And for the Cavaliers, Garnett out there with Dang. Then it's Jason Kidd, and it's Mutombo, and it's Carter in at the 2. Doris, there is nothing like opening night in the NBA. Every fan base just teeming with optimism for the upcoming season.
I think all of us are just so thrilled to have NBA basketball back. There's no losses in the losing column. Everybody's happy. Let's tip it off and go.
Guys have that little step, and these first weeks of the season are always exciting.
Oh, no doubt. Everybody's bursting with enthusiasm. Players are fresh.
Last game for the Cavaliers, it was a loss to the Bulls in Chicago. Stolen by Carter. And here we go with Kidd heading to the hoop. Finished off the break.
And you can't forget about Kidd in transition. Whether he's dishing it or shooting it, he's great at making the right decision.
Johnson, the pass to Jordan. Shoots off the step back. Unable to get that one. Nice D from Dang. And here are the Cavaliers. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Yeah, it was a narrow win. But in that last meeting, I think foul troubles for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
Oh, no doubt. Playing aggressively, forcing the action, that often works in your favor, and it did the last time around.
Now, here is Havlicek after the miss from Kevin Garnett. Johnson against Kidd, and the pass to Cowens. Shot clock at 5. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Here's Jordan, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
A high percentage look for Jordan. It has every move you could ask for in the painted area.
Carter looking around. Here's Kidd. That's tipped. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. To the middle. Here's Duncan. Garnett grabs the board.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Pass to Carter. Duncan with the block.
That's part of his game. Love seeing Duncan just sky up there to reject shots. Does a great job of utilizing that wingspan along with his timing.
Here's Mutombo. 4 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Dang. Mutombo misses. For San Antonio, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And Havlicek throws it down.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you have a scorer like Jordan on the floor. He attracts all that attention defensively, leaving guys wide open.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Mornings checked in. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Carter outside from downtown. Good in the assist to Kidd.
And you can see Kidd's ability to pass truly is a gift. When one of his teammates is open, he is quick to get them the ball in rhythm.
Now, here is Havlicek. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Havlicek's got 5 points so far.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
And the Spurs with possession after the three-pointer from Kevin Garnett. 6 to shoot. And the Spurs scoring again.
And guys, you got to know who you're guarding. You got to run the shooter off that sweet spot. And for Havlicek, that's anything in the mid-range.
And here's Kidd from the arc. That one, no good. 1:05 left to play in the first quarter. Johnson for 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And entering the league, Magic was an average shooter at best. Has worked extremely hard to improve that facet of his game.
Here's Carter. Takes a 3. Hands it from downtown. Carter's got his second basket of the night.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Now here's Dang after Magic Johnson's miss.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And it's in there. He's got 9.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Passes it to Mourning. 19 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, reading the defense, knowing exactly what's needed at each moment. That's one of Jordan's unsung talents.
Pass to Garnett over Duncan. And Garnett gets it to go on the assist by Kidd. Kidd's got 3 assists in the game. They shot off that time. Back right after this. So far, we'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
They've got Mullen. Warning is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Maravich. And it's Hill in at the 3 spot. That's the group of Cleveland going right now here in the second. That one drops for him.
And Maravich is such a great scorer. All eyes are on him, but his eyes are on his teammates. A tremendous dual threat.
Now here's Jones. He kicks it to Bird. Back to Jones. Deep three-point range. Lever can't get it to go. The Cavaliers trailing. Here's Mullen. And he jams that one in.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Here's Collins following the score by Cleveland. The pass to Bird. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Lever. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. Because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
That's a good way to look at it.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. Mullen against Jones. Outside, Maravich. On the top of the key. Rebound, San Antonio. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. Start a 3-game homestand with that game. Here's Lever. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
Tumbo, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. DeBusschere, he's checked in for the Spurs. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And here's Bird for three. Buries the long-range jumper. Bird's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Ibaka. Here's Mutombo. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Mutombo's got his first bucket of the night. Here's Lever. Maravich defending. Lever, that's good. Lever's got the lead up to 7 now for the Spurs.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
No good from Maravich.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Bird, and the rejection by Ibaka. Now, Cleveland moving it up. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. 1:30 left in the first half of basketball. Pass to DeBusschere. Here's Bird. Mullen with the defensive effort.
I'd say everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Outside, Maravich. And Ibaka kicks to Hill. Shot clock at 6. Good on the three-point shot. Hill's got 5 points in the quarter.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes him look easy.
This is it to DeBusschere. Here's Lever. Pass to Bird. Feeds it to Rodman. Three-pointer. Lever can't get it to go. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Here's Mullen. And no good that time. Excellent D there from DeBusschere. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game. Bird can't hit.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And it's Hill with the jam.
Yeah, one of the great in-game dunkers we have. Grant Hill, he might not put on a show with his dunks, but it doesn't make him any less impressive.
Here's Lever. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Spurs lead by 2.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of a pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 periods. The second quarter saw them lose just a fraction of the lead they held at the end. And that does it for our halftime.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, John Havlicek displaying his skill.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
On the floor for San Antonio, Havlicek is out there with Magic Johnson, and it's Michael Jordan. Then there's Duncan, and it's Cowens in at the 5 spot. For the tie, here's Garnett. He nails it, and we're tied up. Garnett's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Cavs.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them. When you think back to LeBron's last year in Cleveland, one wonders how differently it may have turned out if Kyrie was there with him.
Well, you think back, Greg, Isaiah Thomas was never healthy. He had been a recent All-Star with another team. They were counting on his quickness and his scoring, but through it all, the Cavaliers reached the NBA Finals. Just another testament to the talent and the leadership that LeBron gives you.
Back to Carter. They get the rebound. Mutombo. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Havlicek outside. The pass to Cowens. Johnson outside. Pass to Duncan. Pulls it up. Finds himself wide open and drills it. And the Spurs lead by 2.
And the insane peripheral vision there. If anyone's open, even for an instant, Magic's gonna find you.
Kidd, no good. San Antonio's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. Here's Jordan.
Oh my goodness, the creativity, the athleticism of Michael Jordan.
Here's Mutombo. It's deflected. They recover it.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of the evening. The first free throw is good. Doris, if you were going to build a team around one player, who would that player be?
Well, I think because of his age and continued growth opportunity, I would probably say Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's playing at an MVP level. He's still got another decade where he's probably in the peak range of his playing capabilities. And the reality is Giannis still has so much growing to do. He's a force at the rim. He continues to build that three-point game. And Kev, once he gets that in-between game, he will be unguardable.
Can't argue with that at all. Jordan can't get it to go.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Garnett, the pass to Clark. Poked away. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. DeBusschere, he's checked in for San Antonio. Dishes to Dang. Back to Morning. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go. Dang can't get it to go. San Antonio leading by 5. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. They get a hand on it. Stolen by DeBusschere. Here's Jordan, and some very quick points for him on that possession. And now it's a 9-point Spurs lead.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
Sinks the triple.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Johnson kicks to DeBusschere. And 3 from Jordan. Cavaliers with the rebound. Burnett's got his 6th rebound on the night. 43 seconds left in the third. Here's the lob to the hoop. Doesn't go for it. Spurs leading by 6.
And a 2-for-1 is there for them if they want it.
Well, you're trying to end the quarter the right way. It takes awareness and it takes discipline.
Here's Kidd, and denied. He sends it right off the glass.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Down low on the dunk by Duncan.
Yeah, and at 7-1, Duncan is a problem in the paint. Outstanding with his extension there and just hammering it home.
And taken away by Johnson. 1 second left, and he gets the bucket. Johnson's got the lead up to 10 now for San Antonio. And so it's San Antonio going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Hill is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Muller. And it's Mutombo. And it's Maravich in at the point guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Here's Johnson. Mutombo grabs the board. Mutombo's got 7 rebounds in the game. Now Maravich. Duncan with the block. DeBuscher with it. Now here's Johnson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And that one falls for Johnson.
So how about the Cavaliers head coach John Beilein making his NBA debut after 27 seasons as a college basketball coach? Think back to his time at Michigan, the first back-to-back 30-win seasons in school history. Excellent hire for Cleveland.
San Antonio leading by 12. And here's Bird from the arc. The shot, no good.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And here's Maravich. Ibaka, the pass to Hill. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
To the inside. Bird. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one. And Doris, isn't it interesting? Coach John Beilein has never, at any level, been an assistant coach.
No, but he has made his way through the ranks, going from high school to junior college, Division III, Division II, and then right up through the ranks of Division I. So he now makes the final leap to the NBA. How cool is that, Kev?
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on John Beilein's huddle with his team. He was disappointed in the shot selection. Told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. You don't have to make up the deficit all at once. We'll see if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
And the Spurs making a change here. Havlicek is checked in. Hill kicks to Maravich. The offensive rebound. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Mutombo.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chances.
And it goes down 2 points. And that's now 11 points for Johnson.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Here's Maravich, and the layup's good off the glass.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Havlicek, the pass to Bird. Kicks to Johnson. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And when you have this kind of size as a point guard, what a tremendous advantage. And Magic can really match up with all 5 positions.
Got a piece of it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. A different look now for Cleveland. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Ibaka. Bang comes in for Hill, and Jason Kidd has subbed in for Mullen. The Spurs also changing it up. Duncan comes in for Bird, and it's Jordan in for Rodman. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Garnett misses.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
We call that one the do-it-yourself kit.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Duncan high post. Pass to Jordan. Cowens, great positioning on the putback. Cowens has got the lead up to 12 now for the Spurs.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. They grab their own miss. Goes up again, and the layup is good. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds. San Antonio calls timeout. They're leading by 10. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter. Presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Magic Johnson.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Havlicek. San Antonio again missing. Garnett the pass to Mutombo. Kidd dishes to Garnett. Puts one up from 19. And a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in.
Well, now we're speaking Kevin Garnett's language, one of the great mid-range shooting bigs in NBA history.
The defender for the dunk draws the foul. He'll go to the line. And Carter picks one up.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Garnett. Hill comes in for Luol Deng. And Shumpert in there for Vince Carter.
What's up?
That free throw good from Duncan.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
Duncan against Hill. Over Duncan. No good on the shot. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Jones in the post. Headed by Shumpert. Bucket is good. And the Spurs lead by 13.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And last, tonight they've done that and then some. Had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Here's Duncan. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks.
What that feel like? I'm just trying to grasp my dreams, turn them into real life. Never took no easy path, always went the harder way. Now the kid on point, my flow is sharper than your barber. Fly in a charter plane, colder than a ski slope, hotter than the devil in the desert with a fleece coat. Try not to keep close, might just like a 60 on the test. Challenge me, I'll degrade you. Beast mode not tamed up, all my moves major. They think that I plateau, but I elevate and reach greater. Game time, Sega, grind mode like a skater. Dame Lillard so far ahead, but the trail still might blaze you. Back in the days, they was hating on us. Used to throw shade, now the kid glowed up. You don't want no problems with us. We too much, tell them boys to pull up. You talking crazy about my city? Problems with anybody with me? Heard you been talking real slick. Come through and we gon' end it real quick. Had to do it for the one time. Game over when we came through. Hit them folks, give them no warning. Had to do it to them, such a bad dude. Falling on them, Riley Freeman, Boondocks, season 2. Flow crazy and the beat knocks. Sound like Rick Ross in a bad mood. If mama tell me get him, then I have to. Sleeping on a kid, that was a bad move. Zoning, got me turned up. If you ain't talking business, don't concern us. Love when the people try and belittle me. Like you not explicit enough for the industry. You're too clean, you're PG, you're Disney. If I'm Mickey Mouse, then everybody else my mini-me's. We always ahead of them, too turned up to turn around. Ironically going up, same time that we shut it down. On the mic and spit 100. Used to treat me like a pawn, now I'm coming for the crown. Back in the days, they was hating on us. Used to throw shade, now the kid glowed up. You don't want no problems with us. We too much, tell them boys to pull up.
I know you can't get enough of us, so check us out on social media. We're at NBA 2K.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA.
Crazy. I like that. You like that. So let's be crazy. The contact, impact. I want that daily. Our breath getting deeper lately. I like that baby, 'cause I can't get enough. Yeah, I can't get enough. Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't get enough.
Dice que no le es suficiente, está mal de la mente. Cuando está solita que entre, música para ponerla en ambiente. Yeah. Ella quiere que como aquella vez, le busco todo.
A well-dressed group of Timberwolves as they made their way to the locker room. Winning a big part of it, David. Thank you. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Richardson is out there with Allen. Then it's Tracy McGrady. Then there's Chamberlain. And it's Unseld in at the 4 spot. And for Minnesota, they've got Jimmy Butler. Canby out there with Davis. Then it's Thompson. And it's Paul in at the point. Ball's knocked loose and taken away by Paul. And he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Unseld. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Davis.
A big X factor for the Sixers, I think, will be the development of Ben Simmons' jump shot. He's got to become at least a threat as a perimeter shooter if they're going to have a chance to win it all.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Allen outside, from deep. Offensive rebound. Here's Chamberlain, and too long on the shot.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
Butler, good, and Paul gets the assist. Butler's got his second bucket of the night. And especially in the playoffs where teams really scheme for it, Simmons shooting can be a real problem for the Sixers.
Yeah, it's a major liability, guys. There's no denying. For all of his wonderful ability and versatility, the fact that it's basically 4 on 5 when they're on offense with him on the floor is a problem in the playoffs. And you said it. When teams can lock into you, they're going to make you do what you're uncomfortable doing.
On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question, I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
Now here's Paul. Thompson outside. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Here's Davis. Chamberlain with the block.
Man, what a well-coordinated athlete at his size. To add that superior timing, hard to get shots over Wilt Chamberlain. There they go, finally able to drop one in on their 4th try.
Outside Butler. The 3. It's hauled in by Richardson.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
And taken away by Paul. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Whenever CP3 gets his hands on the ball, you know he's going to turn it up court right away. He loves initiating the break.
Passes it to Chamberlain. Minnesota with the rebound.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Paul kicks to Camby. Butler passes to Paul. It's Davis on the wing. That one wide left.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Love the stroke of Allen. I mean, his jumper is as sweet as cotton candy.
Paul outside over Richardson. It's deflected. Ball against Allen. Now the pass to Unseld. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
You know, after the Sixers were knocked out in the second round for the 2nd straight year, there was some speculation, and I think unmerited, whether Brett Brown might be let go as head coach. The players voiced their support and made the decision easier to bring him back, and I think it was the right one. He's done a fantastic job as the leader of the Sixers.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Malone outside. Pass to Bennett. Timberwolves passing it around. And it's slammed in by Malone.
Boy, I love watching Stockton share the ball. He does it with such aplomb. He's unselfish and always looking for the open man.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And Coach Brown, Clark, captained the ship through some real rough times in the beginning.
And, you know, Kevin, I think for that reason and the job he's done here recently, he's earned the right to see this thing through. It's a result-oriented profession. I know that, and I understand it. But this is a team built to contend, and that's the expectation. And I'd like to see Brett Brown have a chance to bring it to full fruition.
That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense from Gasol. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Puts it up from 12, and it's Iverson missing. The Timberwolves trail. Here's Dumars, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, Dumars is the whole package. Joe is the epitome, I think, of the combo guard. A terrific scorer who also plays lockdown defense, takes pride in both ends of the floor.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Iverson outside. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
The feed to Malone. Over Gasol. The shot from the low post is good. Malone's got his second bucket tonight.
And Malone, a high percentage scorer when he gets it in deep. Once he's got the defense on his back, the game becomes easy with his ability to score.
Tie game in Minnesota. And don't go away, Wilt. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Timberwolves, what do you guys think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
We've got Dumars. So John Stockton out there, and it's Malone in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Stockton outside. Pocket 6. Lets it go from the wing, and that one drops for him. Stockton's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Iverson against Stockton. And it's Iverson missing. Minnesota in the lead.
And, you know, even though in today's game floor spacing is all the rage, the last 5 years the Wolves attempted the fewest threes in the league. And when they did shoot them, they didn't make very many of them.
Now here's Gervin. No points in the game hit for him. It's tipped. Here's Gasol. He shoot again. Nice shot by McAdoo.
Yeah, McAdoo's so good at crashing the boards. Outstanding as an offensive rebounder working that glass.
Pass to Bowen. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from three-point range. Bowen's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The 76ers trail by 3. And on top of their troubles from range, the Wolves have also had trouble on the defensive glass.
Yeah, and if you can't rebound and you're not shooting it well, you've got to figure out who you're going to beat. Your identity is in question. That's what the Wolves are trying to figure out. Who are we? What do we do well? How do we win? How do we succeed? To get to the next level, they've got to answer that question.
And the Timberwolves call timing. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
Yeah, last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
And Greg, the foul trouble was a big chunk of it. I mean, it's hard to mount a comeback when all your key guys, your main players, are watching from the bench.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Richardson against Paul. Passes to Allen. Chamberlain with it. He kicks to Richardson. Gets a hand on it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. And the 76ers lead by 1.
Yeah, he's just relentless on the glass. Unseld turning the miss into points because of his activity down low. That's what you love to see from your big guy.
And it's Davis missing.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Now, here is McGrady. Allen kicks to McGrady. On deep. Knocked away. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Name some traits that make for a great team leader. You've been in that role. What did you like and embrace, and what have you seen from others?
Well, I think it starts with humility, a real sense of who you are and what your role is on the team as a leader, and then a really good example set. I think those qualities are essential. Humility speaks to selflessness, but also being one that holds yourself accountable.
Now, but foul following McGrady's three-point attempt. Some solid defense from Chamberlain. 3-on-3. Here's McGrady. Lays it up and banks it in. McGrady's got the lead up to 3 now for the 76ers.
Yeah, McGrady inside is confident, using his outstanding length to get the shot he wants and to get it off.
Paul kicks to Davis. On the wing, Thompson. Defended by Allen. Misses and the dry spell continues.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And Chamberlain with the stuff.
Boy, I tell you, for such a big guy, Kevin, what a remarkably fluid athlete. You can see why he competed and excelled in the high jump in college.
Now here's Paul. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Butler feeling out of it. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And it's going to be on Tracy McGrady.
And Butler just excellent at finding ways to get to the stripe, especially when he's near the basket.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Scalabrini's checked in.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization.
Bounce pass from Paul, the 17-footer. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Unzeld's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And the first half is now in the books. 76ers lead by 6. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
We played. I thought
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. Their largest deficit of the period.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the 76ers. They've got Richardson. He's out there with Allen. Chamberlain is out there with Tracy McGrady. And it's Unseld in at the 4-man position. The 76ers leading by 4. McGrady up top, defended by Butler. Chamberlain, the pass to Allen. Back to Chamberlain. 5 on the clock. It's good. And the 76ers lead by 6.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time. That shot was made possible by the work of Anthony Davis.
The 76ers shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Richardson the pass to Allen. Rebound Camby.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop. And Allen slams it in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
And the young Timberwolves head coach, Ryan Saunders, son of former Minnesota coach Flip Saunders, about as great of a pedigree you could ask for as a young coach.
Well, guys, you've heard me talk about the DNA when it relates to players. It's the same with coaches. I mean, Ryan has grown up seeing his dad coach at a high level, the late Flip Saunders, one of our favorites in the business. He spent his whole life around basketball, so he has a great way with players and a real good understanding of the game, to a modern-day approach for a young coach.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Gasol's checked in.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Timberwolves passing it around. Allen against Dumars. Inside. Here's Stockton. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The 76ers leading by 10. On the wing, Tracy McGrady. High post shot, and the jumper falls for him. And now it's a 12-point 76ers lead.
McGrady, as accomplished a mid-range shooter as we have in the game, keeps that high release point on the jump shot.
Here's Malone. Another miss by Minnesota. Now the 76ers with it. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. Allen against Dumars. Allen dishes to Chamberlain. Kicks it out to Allen. The 76ers need to get off a shot. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last. With a break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Richardson against Stockton. It's Dumars on the wing. Takes the three. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Now the 76ers with it. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Richardson gets to Gasol. Over Pettit. And there's Marc Gasol on the assist by Richardson. Gasol's got the lead up to 14 now for the 76ers. And the Timberwolves call time.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Minnesota making a switch. Scalabrine's checked in. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. McAdoo is checked in for Gasol. Simmons comes in for McGrady. Curtin's checked in for Allen. And Allen Iverson is subbed in for Richardson.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with this combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Klay Thompson comes in for Joe Dumars. Chamberlain, no good on the free throw.
And one thing the Wolves have done well over the past few seasons, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, you know, they squeeze it well. Low turnovers can be a double-edged sword, though. If you don't make many mistakes, maybe you're not being aggressive enough.
And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. Iverson with the ball. Here's Chamberlain. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers up by... And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. The 76ers leading by 12. Thompson is out there with Chris Paul. That's Camby. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Butler in at the three, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And with They're hot shooting here in the second half. Their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Yeah, it's not a surprise then to see them out in front the way they've been efficient offensively in this half and actually throughout the entire game.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Back to Gervin. 6 on the shot clock. Simmons on the wing. Defended by Butler. No good from Simmons.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
And for the 76ers, they're shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Iverson passes to Gervin. Some defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past.
Takes the 13-footer. No good. Timberwolves go the other way with it. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. They hit the road with that, first of a 5-game run. And Thompson kicks to Davis. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't.
Paul against Gervin. Paul surveying the floor. The shot from 20 feet away.
It's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Yep, and they've simply shown more aggressiveness, guys. More desire to secure the ball.
Poked loose. Now Iverson. Dishes to McAdoo. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. McAdoo's got the lead up to 14 now for the 76ers. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Iverson dishes to Gervin. Outside, Simmons. Here's Iverson. The basket good off the assist from Chamberlain. That's now 8 points for Iverson.
And of all the attributes, one thing that sometimes gets overlooked with Chamberlain is the court vision. Makes a great read there.
Paul. That one off the back iron and out.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
Gervin passes to Chamberlain. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 18.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the 76ers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought that their overall shot collection was better.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
In a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
Now they've got their sights set on that sweep, Greg, 3-zip, and given what's going on in the first 2 games, my guess is that's what's going to happen.
Here's Malone.
You really got to admire the reach of Gasol. He's excellent at utilizing those long arms of his to turn away shots.
Malone against Gasol. Here's Dumars. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Gervin. Iverson against Stockton. Out left to the wing. Gasol kicks to Iverson. McAdoo inside. Banked in off the glass.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Three-pointer, Stockton. And Simmons with the rebound. Now the 76ers with it. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. And here's Malone. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This one was over well before the...
Two dimes, how I'm up above 30. No, I never find a time I have my... Not with the... Came a long way for some... When it got it clean, only now I want some more. She had to... Yeah, okay. Haters taught me being down like I ain't rose yet. Flights from Paris to LA on a Rolls jet. Price the lifestyle, first class, that's a whole check. Let her play the muse for some... Big dog off the leash now, wholesale form from Danny, cause I don't lease now. Skinny, but I eat like I'm obese now. South Cedo jeans, no crease now. Step into the summer with that heat wave. Might do with the family like I'm D-Wade. Sparklers in my section like time lapse of a freeway. Like it's all night. Told her she don't have to hurry now. How we clean it. Came with two dimes, how I'm up above 30. No, I'll never find a time I have my... That's an assist, that's an assist. Break a record, John Stockton with the dish. That's an assist, that's an assist. Keep it light, step it, don't miss all night. Told her she don't have to hurry now. How we clean it. Came with two dimes, how I'm up above 30. No, I'll never find a time I have my... That's an assist, that's an assist. Break a record, John Stockton with the dish. That's an assist, that's an assist. Keep it light, step it, don't miss all night.
Up next, the Wizards taking on the Bucks. For the Washington Wizards, they know each game presents a test of physical endurance, of mental focus, and their ability to match up against any style of
2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Wizards in Washington. Well, for what?
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. They've got Abdul-Jabbar. Steph Curry's out there with Kyle Korver. Then it's Baylor. And it's Hayes in at the 5 spot. And for Washington, Pippen is out there with Durant. Then it's Russell. Then it's Worthy. And it's Gilmore in at the center position. From 20 feet out, Russell. And it's Russell with that extra effort.
And this is the problem. The length, the timing. Russell, one of the very best at corralling misses and turning them into points.
Baylor kicks to Korver. Brent, two explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I start with that, the reason I start with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at a time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings, they would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
I can see the bruises.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
It's stolen by Korver. Oh, and here comes Korver all alone. And he makes that one.
Beautiful work from Korver, hustling in transition and outworking a couple of defenders.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I briefly spoke with Mike Budenholzer. He said he wants his defense to be aggressive, even take chances. He thinks if they can pressure the ball and force turnovers, they can get out in transition and get some easy baskets. We'll see how disruptive they can be tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Well, David, thank you. We'll be looking for you. The defensive-minded approach coming in, Greg.
I like that they're focused on getting stops. Gives them the opportunity to turn that defense into offense.
And let's see how good they can be in transition to get out and try to find some easy ones.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Durant. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
Shooting 4 or 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel-good.
Curry on the wing. Guarded by Pippen. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Gary Payton. He's checked in for the Bucks. Pippen with the steal. In transition, here come the Wizards. KD, that's for 2. That falls. Nice speed that time from Scottie Pippen. Durant's got his second bucket.
Vintage KD, quick trigger on the catch and shoot.
Curry passes to Baylor. Washington with the rebound.
I saw a green light there, Kevin. He's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Here's Pippen. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Pippen, simply put, one of the best small forwards of all time. A defensive powerhouse and a fearless scorer.
And that one misses. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Jokic has checked in for Hayes. Divac comes in for Abdul-Jabbar. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Baylor. And Steve Kerr is subbed in for Curry. Can't make the second free throw either. Miss them both.
And for him, that is an ugly trip to the line. Rarely do you see him do that.
Kerr can't hit.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
Weber, the best of Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. It's good from long range.
Melo cashing in right now from the perimeter where he's in transition and spotting up. You got to get to him.
Here's Kerr. And there's the pass to Jokic. Shot clock at 6. Kerr against Anthony. Jokic trying to free himself up. They get it back. And he banks in the layup.
Jokic is not the quickest guy off the floor, but he uses his body well and great timing to get the offensive rebound.
T-box against Anthony. And good. That thing was that time as it falls. Anthony's got 5 points so far.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Payton. It's blocked. Anthony against Jokic. Boy, terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why at that time he found the open teammate.
Here's Payton. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Yeah, another nice bucket.